You guys won't believe this, he actually gave me a 6 centimeter sponge pad. Seriously, have any of you ever received a gift like this? It's my first time seeing something like it, a real genius, my god. Is it even worth continuing to see him? What do you think?
马吉老女人人有责，不做舔狗不当备胎，拒绝高价彩礼，抵制不良风气，让恋爱回归纯粹，让婚姻回归爱情。
打击老女，拒绝好吃懒做，拒绝彩礼，拒绝房子车子加名字，拒绝一切不合理。做真男人不做舔狗。
捞女们现在慢慢
You women are on your way to becoming professional defaulters. The data shows that nowadays men simply don't want to spend money on women anymore. In 2025, Valentine's Day spending plunged by 45%. Men are no longer blindly throwing money at women. But women still want to buy their things, right? So what now? A girl told me yesterday she wanted to take out a 50,000 loan just to buy a handbag. And honestly, this kind of situation is becoming extremely common. Many reports from financial platforms show that the number of women taking loans is shooting straight up. And the default rate has increased 20 times compared to before. And the most shocking part: 80% of overdue debt comes from ritualistic spending, beauty, luxury, travel. All the things that used to have someone paying for them and now don't. With no men footing the bill. The so-called modern goddess is turning into a loan goddess, practically going crazy under the weight of debt.
你要老婆不要？你看我表妹，我给你带过来了。她上个月刚离过婚。
表哥，他家怎么这么穷啊？
哎，不是，他是省吃俭用把钱存起来了。房子虽然不好，但是他有钱呀。
啊，二婚的女人啊？
对啊，上个月刚离完婚。
我不要二婚的女人。啊，你是不是嫌我现在日子过太潇洒了？你嫉妒啊？
不是，我好把我表妹介绍给你，你怎么这样说话了？
我现在过得潇洒自在的，我要女人干什么呀？啊，
不是，
她是不是过来让我给她扶贫的呀？
你什么意思啊？
我什么意思啊？啊，像你这种二婚的女人，满眼就只有利益和算计，根本没有任何的感情可言。你已经经历过一次失败的婚姻啊，你不会看我这个人的人品、三观、兴趣爱好。你只盯着我口袋里面的钱，什么时候把我口袋里面的钱全花光了啊？你抹抹嘴，擦擦屁股，你直接就走人，你马上就能找到下一家。
七夕节
For more than 10 years now, they've been creating all kinds of special holidays. And men? What holidays do men even have? Hey? How many men have ever received flowers? How many have ever gotten gifts? Only in China do we have all this. Valentine's Day, Qixi Festival, 520. Then there's birthdays, weddings, anniversary dates, the anniversary of the day you first met. And me? How am I supposed to make any money like this?
We're here in the women's clothing market, right? And inside that market it's almost all girls. When you walk around, you can barely see any men shopping with them anymore. It's very rare now. The overall economic situation is bad. And honestly, there aren't many people spending like before. Even this year's first milk tea of autumn didn't have anywhere near the same hype as previous years. And generous men, the kind who used to spend freely, there are really very few left. With the economy declining, more and more guys have simply given up.
The flower shops prepared all of this for Qixi Festival tonight. And it's all empty. Everything is unsold. The owner stocked up, and nothing moved. Consumption has definitely downgraded.
The simp economy used to be thriving, but today this one-sided spending model is no longer popular. As the cost of living rises, young people, under growing financial pressure, have become much more rational. They no longer want to overspend just to keep up with holiday consumption. In daily life, they're already squeezed dry by things like the first milk tea of autumn, the first coffee of the morning, the first barbecue of the night. There's barely anything left in their pockets. At the same time, people have developed a new understanding of healthy relationships. Loving someone starts with loving yourself. Instead of spending a fortune on Qixi buying flowers and gifts just to please the other person, many now prefer to invest that money in themselves, improving their own lives and bringing joy to themselves. It's not that they don't understand romance. It's just that, in today's environment, the wallet simply can't survive a relationship where you only give and never receive.
Across the entire country, a new wave of high-level romance scam traps has started to appear. What's going on? These scams are specifically targeting single gold-digging women. And honestly, this method is even faster than robbery, and it comes wrapped in seduction. It used to exist before, but now it's completely out of control. If there's a girl in your family, send this video to your family group right now. Seriously. Because many real estate agencies out there are using exactly this kind of scheme. Let me expose how it works. And the worst part, even if the woman realizes she's been scammed, there is almost no way out. It's a dead end. Once she gets caught in this, her entire life may be ruined, completely destroyed. That's how so many end up being pushed into making quick money, stepping onto a path they can't return from. In many regions, there are tons of unsold apartments that no one wants. What do developers desperately want? Cash flow fast. And real estate agents are earning very little. So how can they sell these apartments quickly? Simple, find a girlfriend to take the fall. During the new year, if you hear about an average girl, ordinary looks, ordinary income, who somehow managed to buy an apartment in a big city, you can bet she probably fell for this exact scam. Here's how it works. A group of guys adds the girl on WeChat, talks every day, flirts, praises her, takes her out, declares love. Then they say, "I'm buying you an apartment." And let's be honest, no woman stays unmoved by that. They show up with cash, saying they'll cover the down payment and put the property under her name. To the girl, this looks like the ultimate proof of love, so she cooperates with everything. But the truth? They don't pay any down payment at all. They go straight to the developer, negotiate a special deal, and get a down payment receipt that is actually provided by the developer himself. The girl sees a man bringing tens of thousands in cash to buy her a home, and she believes every word. Once the contract is signed and the mortgage approved, he breaks up, disappears, blocks her, gone. That's it. The relationship already happened, the debt is now under her name, the agent earned their commission, and the scammer moves on to the next victim. And the scheme is so efficient that they get new results every single day. They make money, fool women, and keep going. The most ironic part? Many gold-digging women don't even realize it was a scam. They think they did something wrong and lost their Prince Charming, their tall, rich and handsome CEO. But in reality, the apartments involved are always far away, low quality and undesirable. Later, either she can't pay the mortgage and becomes blacklisted, making it hard even to find a husband, or she ends up desperate and falls into the fast money world, losing the best years of her life. This is not a fictional story. These cases happen every single day, every single hour. So like and share this with any woman around you. And remember, when choosing a husband, being poor is fine, but you must observe him for a long time. Time reveals everything. In the past 2 years, many people have realized that making money is already hard, and saving money is even harder. Salaries barely went up, but rent, utilities, and daily expenses all increased significantly. The money you can actually spend freely was already tight to begin with. Before, stores kept selling illusions like, "If you don't give a diamond ring on Qixi, you don't really love her." On 520, if the red envelope amount is small, it means you're not sincere. And what was the result? Many guys earning $10,000 a month were spending $4,000 just on holiday gifts. They saved on everything, squeezed into crowded subways, and in the end the girl would still say the gift wasn't classy enough. It's like buying a stock that only goes down. The more you invest, the worse the loss. Now let's break down the holiday expenses. Valentine's Day, Women's Day, 520, 617, Qixi, 11, 12. And then 2 birthdays, the solar calendar and the lunar one. Just these mandatory gift-giving days alone easily add up to 10 to 20 dates a year.
The money you earn is for her to spend, of course, for her to use. And what about me? Without all these special days, where would you even get the motivation to make money? I get it, you earn money for her, right? Then what's the meaning of my life? The meaning of your life is to make her the happiest person in the world. If she's happy, you're happy. If she's joyful, you feel joy too. I'm not happy. I'm broke. I spent everything on her. How am I supposed to be happy like that? But it's different. The emotions she brings you are worth far more than all that money. Does hugging your money bring you any value? And if I want to give her emotional value, that's real. That won't work. In China, that doesn't work. Girls here need that kind of emotional value. You understand? Abroad, when you propose, many women don't even want a ring. You give them a flower and they are overjoyed. But didn't you grow up in China? You've always been Chinese. The era of the happy simps is coming to an end. This year's Qixi festival saw an unusually sluggish gift market. For example, flower orders dropped by 90%. Behind this phenomenon is the collapse of the simp economy and people awakening to self-respect. In the past, under the influence of marketing, Qixi was packaged as a couple's holiday in which men had to spend big to prove their love.
Why have so many men nowadays stopped chasing after women? Because they've already suffered all the pain they could. They've smoked what they needed to smoke, they've drunk what they needed to drink. They still long for love, of course, but they're no longer willing to kneel for it. Having been hurt before, they now hope for a relationship where both sides are equal. When they meet a girl in real life, they keep asking themselves, does she have any idea how much I'm giving again? These men may seem cautious, but they actually know better than anyone how to take care of someone. They no longer have the time or energy to play around with feelings like many people do. Once they decide to be with someone, they give their whole heart, because deep down they truly want things to end well this time.
The golden age of gold-digging women in China may have been loud, shiny, and full of slogans about love equals spending, but everything suggests that this show has finally lost its sparkle. It didn't happen overnight, it was a slow collapse, announced by every empty Qixi festival, every flower shop packed with unsold bouquets, every man who simply stopped playing a game that no longer made sense. And ironically, no one noticed that this rebellion didn't start with protests, but with silence. The silence of wallets closing. For years, men were sold the idea that love had a price. A cheap gift meant no sincerity, a small red envelope meant disrespect, and if you didn't buy a ring, you didn't love her. Meanwhile, guys earning $10,000 a month were spending $4,000 just on holiday gifts, squeezing onto crowded subways, saving on everything, only to hear their girlfriend say the gift wasn't classy enough. Are we really surprised this quiet explosion happened? Hardly. The truth is that the collapse began when men realized they were investing in a market that only went down a toxic stock. The more they put in, the more they lost. And at the same time, social media filled with content turning love into a catalog of requirements. House, car, ring, proof of status, proof of income, proof of everything, except love. But then something shifted. The math didn't add up. The money didn't match the expectations. And, most importantly, their patience ran out. Suddenly, the first milk tea of autumn didn't feel meaningful anymore. The first winter hot pot no longer justified a surprise expense, and Qixi, once a stage for gifts, flowers, and pressure, became a wasteland. Men didn't stop loving, they just stopped funding. They stopped serving as fuel for a consumer machine built at the cost of their own dignity. And the most interesting part? They didn't disappear, they redirected. Instead of buying 50,000 yuan handbags for women they barely knew, they started investing in themselves. The gym, courses, skills, hobbies, travel with family, outdoor gear, savings that finally stayed in their own pockets. They discovered that when you stop financing someone else's ideal, you finally have energy to build your own. And the women? Many still don't understand what happened. Some ask online whether it's worth dating a guy who gifted them a 6-centimeter sponge pad. Others consider taking loans just to maintain a lifestyle that men are no longer willing to subsidize. Meanwhile, the entire market is waking up to the fact that the glitter of these holidays was funded by one side, and that side just closed the register. Love didn't end. Romance didn't die. Only the outdated model of love as a transaction is being buried, and honestly, it's long overdue. What begins now is a more honest phase. No forced flattery, no theatre of gifts as proof of love, no obligation to follow trends that drain your wallet and your patience. True love was always simple. Marketing is what made it complicated. And ironically, maybe only now is there room for a kind of love that really matters. One that comes from two whole people, not from one giving everything while the other simply holds out their hand. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next video.